All right, so let's get into Jasmine. Listen, Jasmine already jumping out the gate. Hangman energy. And y'all see, oh gosh, I'm getting goosebumps already. Already. Yes. Okay. So make sure y'all tap the screen, because I swear if I do 4 hours and I don't have 100,000 likes, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad. If it's because your finger got tired, you need to get a tapper. It's in my bag. Okay, because I'm definitely getting a tapper. I'm waiting on mine to arrive. Okay, so Jasmine, right? So we're talking about Jasmine Crockett right now. And by the way, for entertainment purposes only, I'm just a card reader right now. And intuitive. I'm just going by my personal intuitive feelings about this, the way that I read it. Thank you so much. Jasmine. So we're getting hanged man energy. We are getting, and it's different. This is different hangman energy than what you would get in the Rider-Waite. This is why I guess I'm being drawn to do the Light Seers Tarot for her. The Light Seers Tarot, because she is a light, and I love that about her. You should be able to view them. Wait, live coupon. Let me see. It's there. You should be able to see it because it says it's there, the live coupon. Okay. I hope you can do. Ask to show. Hold on, you guys. Give me a second. Let me get this out the way and make sure it's all good. I don't know. Anybody else having trouble adding to their cart or viewing products? Y'all let me know. Okay. I don't know what I would do, but let me know. Anyway, so Jasmine's energy of Hangman. So like I said, in the Rider-Waite, this would be a little bit different. It would be like suspended in air. It would be I'm trying to think of how they word it here. Maybe I can find it in this little book real quick. Okay, Hangman is number 12. Okay. Ooh, 12, December. Okay, girl. Anyway, it's yeah. So in the Rider-Waite, it's asking you to surrender. It says you're in a period of indecision. It says you're waiting to figure out what to do, whatever. She just announced today on the 8th that well, now it's the 9th, but she just announced yesterday that she is going for the Senate seat. And I was really excited for her to go for the Senate seat, because I knew once they started redistricting Texas, and then the Supreme Court said that they could. I said she needs to not fight for the House. She needs to go ahead and go for the Senate. So I'm really happy to see that she's going for the Senate. And if you notice, this energy is a little bit different, right? Because it's showing her going for it. So yes, she was in suspension. Yes, she was waiting, right? But now you see her taking, oh, I'm getting so many goosebumps. Y'all can't even see them, but I'm getting them. So she was in suspension. However, you see her reaching for that she's going for it. And what I love about it is the light is right where she's reaching. Like one, it's her. She is the light. But two, she's reaching towards the water. And the water itself is representative of spirituality. And for me, it's also representative of, that's weird. I don't know what that means. For me, it also represents being spiritual. Like water represents spirituality. So it feels like she's being in alignment here. That's interesting. Someone else tell me if you can't see it or not. I don't know. But yeah, so this is really good for her. This is a good omen for her. Is this going to be her significator card? No. Okay. This was just to give us a good overall feeling of how it's going to be for her. I'm excited for her. I'm really excited for her. All right, so give me the foundation of her. How is this Senate race going to turn out for her? And we're looking a whole year ahead. Ooh, okay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. All right. So foundation, she got 2 cards jumping out immediately. So we got the 7 of Cups in reverse, and we got the 3 of Pentacles in the upright. We'll talk about these in just a little bit. I want to go ahead and get the reading out. What's the challenge? What is the challenge she is going to face? What is the challenge she is going to face? 3 of Wands. Okay. 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 So what's going on? What's been the past influence on this? What is the influence from the past to this? Yeah. Yeah. The 3 of Wands, like, we'll get to it. Hold on. Okay. Is that it? Yes. Okay. 2 of Pentacles in reverse for the past, but I feel like there's another one sitting in here. Show yourself. What else is a past influence? What else is a past influence? Death Rebirth card in reverse in the past. All right, is that it? Yeah. All right, so what's the energy she's stewing in right now? What is the energy she's stewing in right now? It is going to be, listen, Cheerful Garden. It is going to be part of that. Yep, 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords. There's a little bit of a headache over here. She knows she is about to have the fight of her life. I had the fight of my life. I'm sorry. My Adderall should be working. And it is not. All right. Is there anything else she's doing in? No. Okay. Yes? Wait. Yes. All of these? Listen, we're not doing these super long readings now. Are you sure? Dang it. Okay. So current energy, again, is 5 of Swords, is Queen of Pentacles in reverse, is 8 of Cups in reverse, and is King of Swords in reverse. Wait a second. Okay. I thought I said Queen of Swords. All right. So how is she going to be impacted? What is she going to learn? How is she going to be impacted? I really do think you're right about that. About them not liking her progressiveness and her outspokenness. She's not very corporate. And that's exactly why she will be chosen. Well, we'll do that in a minute, but I just want to know about this race. Oh, okay. So she's going to be learning 2 of Swords and 10 of Pentacles. All right. Come on with it. Come on with it. Okay. So then what's the outcome? Did I flip? No. Okay. What's the outcome for her? Oh, shoot. I forgot to do the board. Hold on. I'm a little late on it, but board. I do the board to try to give me a visual of where I am with the reading so I can cut easier. Okay, what's the outcome? What's the outcome? What's the outcome? What would be the outcome of her decision to go for the Senate? We need all kinds of energy. Like, I don't know why they want to stay middle of the road. We need all kinds. And she's still a middle of the road person, though. Like, that's what I don't understand. It won't let me say. Oh, here they go again with their little things. Okay, so what's her outcome? What's the outcome of Jasmine Crockett? What is the outcome of Jasmine Crockett throwing her hat in the Senate race? What's that? Ooh, come on now. Wait. There's way too many cards. Please, no. Give me one card at a time. Just give me one card. What is the outcome? What is the outcome? Do I need to flip them more? Okay. Outcome, 6 of Pentacles. Okay, clarify that for me, please. What does that mean? Clarify that for me. Oh, the star. Okay. They do fear educated, outspoken, and black women. If you notice, it's only women losing. We're going to read on Afton Bane in a little bit. Okay. And 6 of Wands. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Wait, is that Afton Bane or her? Is that Afton Bane or her? Okay. All right, so let's look at this thing about Jasmine and the energy in which she is going into this reading. Okay, so let me get my book because, y'all, I am not a tarot card reader. I'm an intuitive storyteller reader, and I don't have training wheels on this one. Okay, hold on. Wait, I want to catch up with what y'all saying. All right, so yeah, they don't like her outspokenness. You're getting something to do with the governor as well. Governor, when does he go up for a re-election? When does Abbott go up for re-election? Cause they don't like her outspokenness, progressive ideas. We do need her type of energy. They fear an educated, outspoken woman. Both sides like people to fall in line. Yep. But hey, she gonna be our Mom Donnie. You know what I mean? Exactly. She's gonna be our Mom Donnie. Because what people are gonna remember is who fought during this year and who didn't. And one of the first people to be opening their mouth was her. All right, so foundation of the reading, we're looking at 7 of Cups and we're looking at the 3 of Pentacles. Now, the 3 of Pentacles, part of the vibe that I'm getting here is that, like, literally, and no, it's not a High School Musical thing, but like we're really all in this together, right? So we have to work on this together. She understands that this is not a race she's going to be running by herself. She understands that she's going to be running against basically the establishment, right? She understands that this is going to be basically something where it has to be grassroots, where it's going to be where it's going to have to be the community. Everybody's going to have to chip in. Y'all already know she put her hat in. If you want to be a canvasser or something like that, go ahead and start volunteering, because now she has less than a year to get it all together for the primary. So I know the other guy is running and he's middle of the road. And he leans on that religious side too. And honestly, the way 2025 has been, they've made a lot of things a bad word. So I don't know if that will help him or if that's going to hurt him, but they're trying to go for a guy who can sway some of those old school Republicans over to voting for a Democrat. That's what they're trying to do. So, and she knows that. So she understands that it's going to take the community in order to run this race. Everybody has to chip in. Everybody is essentially on the same plane, right? Because you have this person knitting with the red ball. So she's putting the red together. He put the yellow together. I think she put the white together, and together they put this on a canvas or a fabric thing. So this is going to be a grassroots thing. But this right here, the 7 of Cups, this is usually about like choices and trying to be careful to navigate those choices. They don't learn shit. That's because they're beholden to corporate. So in this upright, that's what it would be. And you guys could see that some of these choices are obviously bad, right? Some of these are obviously bad choices to the point where there shouldn't be a choice. It should be like, I want that one. Okay. So one way to look at this though, with it being in the shadow is that she has chosen, and she did. She chose to put her name in the ring, knowing that that means all these people are going to come after her. But she cool with that, I think, just to a degree of it. The other thing about it, hold on, I want to make sure that I'm good, because cups are also about the emotions, right? So as far as like the emotions are going in the shadows, yeah, it's like feeling blocked or being scared of making the wrong choice or being overwhelmed. And so I you know, she took her time to make this choice because she was trying to decide that. But then we got what is challenging to her success right now. And the challenge to it is going to be the Three of Wands. And this card could be read positively or negatively depending on where you are, like depending on the reading. And so the challenge is having to wait, right? So here's what it is. Because chances are she's not going to have the corporate Dems support. She'll be so much more powerful in the Senate, though, than she would in the House. Mind you, someone just stepped down to apply for to run for the House. I forgot what his name was, but he's supported her in that respect, where he's like, I'm not going to run against you. I'm going to go ahead and run for the House, because he was going to run for the Senate. I can't remember his name, but anyway, so what I get here is that she's gonna have to make her own waves. She's having to wait for them to come in. Again, that's going to be that grassroots thing. I'm pretty clear on that, because she's not going to have the big waves of money. She's not going to have the big waves of Democratic support, like the party, the corporate people. So she's not going to have those big old waves, especially because she does step on toes, and sometimes she does say things the way she says things. But hey, sometimes it got to be said the way it got to be said. What do you have to say to Elon? F you. Okay, that's how it's supposed to be said. Yeah, you heard? Good morning. Okay, so now, in the Senate, she's going to be more powerful, much more powerful. Basically, she's going to be our Lady KH in the Senate. KH was powerful. All right, so that's a big old challenge right there, is having to wait for the wave of money to come in, the wave of support to come in, especially leading up to the primary. Now, after the primary, it is what it is. You know what I mean? So that is basically it, is like that her wave is not going to be like the water still. So she's going to have to galvanize that. But the good thing about her is she knows how to get to the people. Everybody else doesn't know how to do that. Everybody else is still trying to figure out their messaging. Her messaging is clear. She's a fighter, right? And so all she has to do is go on social. And in fact, that's what she did. As soon as she made her announcements, she sent out a blast. I'm going to be on Substack Live. And sure enough, there were a lot of people on Substack Live waiting for her to make that actual announcement, to talk to. And she's been doing that. She's been connecting with her people. Now, in the past, the thing that influenced it has been a lot of this tomfoolery. One, it has been essentially the death of democracy. This is a big influence over her decision to go for the Senate. The fact that she's still going to fight, even with all the death threats, the fact that she's still going to stay in the fight, because she doesn't, she's a defense attorney. She doesn't need to not make money. And you know what I mean? Like, the House didn't get paid a lot of money, So that's not a thing like she needed, but she was sent here to make change. She was sent here to be to shake shit up, basically. So she's taken the death of the redistricting, of them pushing her basically out of her own district. She's taken that death as her rebirth. Okay, so you're going to take away my possibility of having this House seat? Fine. No problem. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be over the whole state then, right? The other thing that is like definitely an influence of the past is the Two of Pentacles in reverse. And I think her being in the house hamstrung the mess out of her. Like, how can she do the work, like do the voting, the oversight, all that stuff she was supposed to be doing, if you're going to have a little chipmunk shutting you down for 6 weeks, right? So there was no balance in the house. There was no Democrat, Republican, like there was no partnership. There was none of that actually happening in the house. And so it felt like hamstringing. It felt like you've stolen my voice. And she's like, nah, I can't have that over my life anymore. And then I think she also saw, and by the way, it brings her one step closer to the presidency, right? If she decides to run for presidency. If, you know, I don't know if she'll ever go that far, or if she's going to go for Supreme Court eventually. That's interesting. That might be it. So yeah, so this is seeing things out of balance, seeing things out of harmony. That pushed her forward. Especially because like the government was not prioritized. The people were not prioritized during this time. So what's in her head is a lot though. What's like bugging her right now, what's bugging Jasmine is a lot. She got the birds in her ear already, right? And yes, these are swords, so it could be about messaging and whatnot. But this like fives are struggle cards just in general. And so she's got the birds in her ear. They're going to be a headache. So that's something she's going to have to deal with. And she's prepared for it though. She already knows it's going to be a struggle. So understand that. So she has prepared for this struggle. She knows there's going to be an unfair advantage for the other candidate because she already knows that the corporate Dems are who they are. She's understanding that there is a possibility of her losing. However, she knows that she's ready for this fight. So she's not naive to think there won't be a fight, right? The other card that came out to back that up is, again, one, not having the money, right? Because that's going to be a big thing. The Queen of Pentacles, who is that? That's interesting. That feels like not having Nancy on her side. Why did that just jump into my thing? That felt like a not having Nancy on her side. Where did you go? Where's my card? Okay. Yeah, financial stress. Smothering. And again, imbalances. So it does. It feels like financial stress. You think she'll do governor? I'm wondering. It's either governor or supreme. I see her going supreme, to be honest. But, okay. So that's going to be a big thing. She already knows it's going to be a money issue, right? Because if the corporate Dems don't throw that money behind her, she's going to have to raise it. Lucky for her, the people love her. Yeah, but she's going to fight. She's going to fight. 8 of Cups. She's walked away because she knows they're going to be walking away from her. And she's already experienced that this year about them walking away from her. But this is her getting her power, and she's walking away from those expectations. She's walking away from trying to do the rules the way that they said to do the rules, because otherwise they would be telling her, wait your turn, wait your turn, wait your turn. And she's like, listen, the people can't wait. The people need a fight. Okay? So exactly, they can't deny her power. So she's going to have to walk away. And then it does say something here about the fears that block your momentum. It also says something about feeling stuck in your current reality. So again, it's that knowing I'm going to have to fight. Again, it's that knowing like this can be an uphill battle. But the good thing is she's ready for it. She's ready for it. She's ready for it. That's why I'm saying, like, if y'all in Texas or whatever, and you can holler at your girl, holler and say, hey, how you need me? Use me. How you need me? Yeah, she's definitely always had to fight. Because then we have the King of Swords in reverse. So she got a lot of reverse in her current energy over this thing because she already knows how it's going to be. And this is manipulation. Now this says about her, like showing off your intelligence. And I think that is part of what people don't like about her too, is that she is intelligent. Like that's a big deal. But also, oh, okay. Yeah, she's going to have to deal with the angry black woman trope. The angry black woman trope. Because the words on here is like tendency to over control, irrationality, being cold and calculating, manipulative and conceited. And I'm like, that's how they see her. So this is the white man, essentially. We'll just say it that way. With their stereotypes of black women, being an angry black woman, thinking they better, the DEI, like even though you're accomplished, it must be through DEI, like all that kind of stuff. So she knows that's sitting on her head too. So it's those perceptions, it's the not having the backup and the support, it's the money, and it's the people who gonna be in her ear. But she's already ready for that fight. She's ready for the fight. Because what is she gonna learn? She is going to learn. She's going to face inner turmoil. Hey, Leah. She's going to want to quit at some point. Like, it's just inevitable. She's going to want to quit at some point. And that's okay. But is she going to quit? No, she's not going to quit. So she's going to have to fight those things. And in fact, she's going to have to, like, not see them. Like, this is, even though they're going to be picking at her and whatever, it feels like it's her choice to put the blindfold on. It's her choice not to be paying attention to it, because it is creating that doubt, but also, you know, they're going to ramp up in threats and everything too. So she's going to have to be completely blind to all of it, even while they're pecking at her. The other part to this, though, is her community is there, though. Her community is there. We are going to gather the coins. Like, while she I'm getting so many goosebumps. Because while they don't have her back, we do. While they don't have her back, we do. The children go join her thing, like the young kids. They're going to join her campaign. They're going to be out there canvassing. She is going to still see all kinds of people supporting her. So the people will be helping her. This is community. This is generosity. This is wealth. This is prosperity. This is building a legacy. This is abundance. So as long as she continues to fight, the people are going to fight for her too. And this is going to be a beautiful lesson for her to learn, that she is not out here by herself. Jasmine is going to love that. Now, this thing popped out at the end, and I was surprised to see it, because the Six of Wands in reverse is not necessarily the best of cards. It's just the kind of life she's gonna live, right? It's gonna be some ups, some downs, some ups and downs until it's enough ups to survive the downs. But you know, in the upright, sometimes though, you could say this is a false victory in the Rider-Waite, but in the light seers, it would be that celebration, right? It would be victorious, okay? But she is in the reverse. So this is going to be her feeling like she is a failure. This is going to be her comparing herself, looking at the polls, etc. And I can also see the hit pieces on her, because it says falling from grace. So I can definitely see some of the hit pieces they're going to be doing on her. Luckily, they already did some of them you know, they love to go to the housing situation. That seems like to be the only thing they can pull out. But the good thing about this is, and like, because to me, this feels like, okay, she's going to lose. But again, that's still part of the journey of it, because what she gets in the outcome, that changes things up a little bit. Now, the first card, not so much, because here it's going to be the Six of Pentacles. Now, it's weird, right? Because on one hand, when I look at the shadow thing, it's about over giving or over receiving. Like it's a one-way, they're saying it's like a one-way way of sharing the wealth. Hoarding or holding on to what you have, choosing not to help, being uncharitable. So in the outcome, this feels like, again, not having that support, right? Not having that support from the party necessarily, because the financial support, because otherwise she would be receiving the money and going forward, right? Not sharing the same values as the party. But here's what makes me feel very hopeful for it, is that she also got the Star. And that was the final outcome card, is that she got the Star. And the Star is about hope and faith and success, right? So it's hope, it's faith. You see the things she was wishing on, she has in her hand. So it feels very, very strongly like survival. She's going to survive this. She's going to come on the other side of this. She's going to overcome and heal it. And she's going to be renewed. This is wishes granted, expectations fulfilled. So she's definitely, it's going to be a hard race. Like her next year is going to be hard, right? Jasmine isn't going to have the party support, but she's going to have the people support. They're going to attack her because she's going to be, I mean, she's already proven that the people love her, right? We've already propped her up and everything. So they are going to be attacking her. They are going to be calling her into question. But again, the community comes behind her and Jesus, almost got myself, and rallies behind her. Okay. So she just got to stay out of her head, make sure that she doesn't like look left or right. And like I said, while it feels like she's going to feel like a failure, she's still going to make it. She's going to make it. Right now, that's the energy, is that she will obtain her wish. And her wish is going to be the senator of Texas. It looks like it's going to happen, but not without struggle. Not without struggle. But when I tell you, seeing her as part of the 100, that is going to be fire. I'm going to love to see her as part of the 100. Yeah, I'm so ready for the established them to unestablish. But look, when I split it though, look what happened. We got that celebration in front of the house, and she's victorious at the end. That victory is coming. They can't stop it. They can't stop it. They can't stop it. She was one of the first fighters in 2025. She gonna have her justice. She's gonna have that, and she's gonna celebrate. So that's Jasmine.